Hello, fellow watchers and enjoyers. Ash and Piggy here in person to do and finally answer your question. The previous day, the fan fiction chapter 2 should have come out, and hopefully now this is the extra treat that we kind of, I don't know, we said it was going to be a different time, but it also wasn't. Also, we'll say, can't really do anything about the light in there. I have no curtains on there right now. They're getting fucking sorted today. So, if there's a lot of fucking light back there, I got nothing to hide it with. So,
It's
yeah.
just Jesus. We're big Christian boys.
I mean, it's like I was doing the video on the most complained about things, and I was like, I am the arbiter of light. I am the decider.
I am Batman.
Trust me, I am allowed. But yeah, so we're going to be answering your questions. There's about 12 sets of questions with a bunch of questions in between. And as of last time, people went, "Can you show it on the screen?" Yeah, I'll show it on the screen this time. So yeah, no, let's get these questions going. Question 1. And we'll go it through. I'll fucking take it off the screen because it blocks the face. By Aya Ankles. Someone says, what inspired you to create this community? Put that back off the screen. I mean, it wasn't necessarily, I don't think when we conceived of the channel, it was necessarily about building a community. It was more so just about, a place to talk about EastEnders. Really, it was a place to talk about soap. It's something I've been wanting to do for a decent chunk of time anyways. It just never really had the extra effort or the extra enthusiasm to kind of sit through and like tackle through it. But having Piggy with it, like doing it with me as well, kind of kept it to be a pretty constant thing that we would, just return to each week. Like, fuck it, Saturday or it's Thursday, let's get the podcast done and fucking banging.
What many people like, I don't deserve credit, but many people don't realize. Without me, this channel probably would have either not would succeed, or would not have been created, or it would have been created, but it would have just been him. So like, I basically asked me, look, I want to do a channel, and I went, mate, if you need someone to do the channel with you, I will gladly sit through 2 hours of EastEnders. Now 4 hours of EastEnders actually, because of the Who Done It, and I will watch EastEnders with you, and I did. But I'm the unknowledgeable one. I don't know anything really. So like, I just bullshit my way through, and I hope no one picks up.
I mean, it's why generally, if I'm asked, if there's a big question about like history, it's why I'm not like asking Piggy for his answers, because Piggy's not really like I wouldn't really call myself a historian, but I've definitely spent a lot of time just learning different shit about different soap. So, but I will say, it may sound a bit weird coming from Piggy, but yeah, Piggy is the extra element that kind of keep, like, if I'm coming up with the ideas, Piggy's coming up with an idea of how to like keep it going and how to keep it on track and keeping like the enthusiasm. Where if it was just me, I would pretty much get bored in about 3 months and burn out. So
like, the only thing I can like to bring up our sister channel, One Match, there's literally Ash goes, oh yeah, just for an example, while you're talking over Orton in SummerSlam 06, you'll find out on Sunday that comes out on One More Match if you want to watch. And I go, oh yeah, Hogan just refused. He said he'll come back to One More Match, and then he didn't because he's Hogan and he has a gammy knee. So like, I'm the historian there, kind of. I know my stuff, sort of. I kind of know what's happening at time periods in wrestling. The EastEnders, I only know finger in the mouth, and that's finally it. I don't know much. I know some stuff that happens on EastEnders. Obviously, I bring up the Bill, Ben, Bill, and Ash brings up the, what are you going to do to me, Mr. Johnson? And so we know jokes about EastEnders, like I do. I know the quirky, funny moments. Like,
I mean, the one thing it's also funny to see it slowly develop. Like, like I was watching Who Done It. It was because before this year, you didn't really know who Lucas was. Well, he's brought back and had talked about him. So when like the jokes about like, would you rather be with a murderer or not? And Denise is like, fuck off. The joke started landing. So yeah, but like I said, Piggy is the enthusiastic, let's fucking do it. Like, we'll do anything, fuck it. And I'm just I'm an ideas person, but I don't really like fleshing out the ideas. So,
like, I just want to bring up this story because I find it funny. Me, Ash, and his friend Jay, in a car on Tuesday, and obviously I was expecting a four-seater, like to have two doors back. No. I had to hop in like through Ash's seat, and Ash like, yeah, the easy guy now. But obviously I'm not taller, but I'm a bit more lankier. Doesn't really work. It's the same.
Doesn't really. I mean, lanky's supposed to be tall and fucking skinny.
I'm just bit like that fucking bug from Men in Black 2. But like, what I was saying is, yeah, I was trying to get out of the car and I tripped twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Well, turn it down a bit.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, so it's just it's been a nice, like, I suppose to actually answer the question, the question was, what inspired you to create this community? Ultimately it was just, I don't feel like oh god, that was a really rambly answer for one question, good lord. But essentially, I wanted a place to talk about soap. And I didn't really feel like subreddit was a good place for it, because everybody's got their own opinions, and that's fine, but like, it's not really. I wanted somewhere to be able to give all my soap opinions, and at this point I do videos on Hollyoaks as well, like I've done some stuff on Corrie, I've covered a bit of Emmerdale. Like, it's been nice to actually have a place where people come to us, be like, oh hey, here's what I fucking think, and it's really cool to have, because I feel like in the content space, I don't feel like there's not really enough like option. In the EastEnders podcast, you have us, and you have Talking Walford, who does the theories. You have Soap Study, who occasionally does an EastEnders video, and you have Walford After Dark, or whatever it's called, something like that. I'm surprised I don't spend all my week watching EastEnders podcast, especially after having to listen through ours. But it's a very limited thing, and I just wanted a place to be able to do this stuff, and through time, it kind of has developed into being this really kind of pleasant community where everybody's pretty sweet and pretty nice to us, really.
And just not because of this channel, without the backing of Watching Walford, I wouldn't probably be here today in Ash's house.
Yeah, exactly. The friendship grew.
We still would be friends, but I wouldn't be like, oh, hang out, wanna do stuff, and it's like, yeah, sure. So I think it's a great idea that we eventually grow our friendship from. It's not nice. It's nice, and I don't really know like where we would be without this channel. I feel like it's helped all of mental health.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, music. I've got songs. That's not it.
Keep going, mate. Keep going.
So I don't really know. Like I just nice channels. They're lovely people, and that's all I want to say. Me down to.
Yeah. Oh, good. We'll move on in a moment. I mean, just keep talking on for a second.
Sorry,
Come on.
sorry. I get.
I'm producing this fucking thing. Keep fucking going.
I don't know where to go. I don't know. Dad, I don't know.
It's fine. It's fine. All right, let's go back to the questions. Question one. Or it's probably let's fucking. We want to keep it a big important video. Don't want to make it about 7 hours. What advice can you give someone who's suffering with mental health? I mean, it's kind of a rough question, really, because what worked for one person may not work for another. Obviously, I have the things that has helped me dramatically with my mental health, which I would suggest to other people, but also it may not work in the same way. I've had two things that have pretty much worked both times with my mental health. It's first having something you can work on and constantly create. Like this channel, for example, has been a great thing for my mental health because it gives me a reason to keep my shit together. Like, it gives me a reason to stay motivated and be ready to do stuff, and what acts as a bit of escapism. Maybe when times they're a bit shit, you get to just shoot the shit and make some of these videos. Good fun. So obviously one of my outlets is this YouTube channel. But otherwise, I would suggest if you are just very heavily depressed and you've never tried being on medication, I do suggest trying to be on some antidepressant. It's both helped me, it's helped my sister dramatically. And I suppose at the end of the day, if you can find a way to solve your issues, I know it's a hard thing to do, but like I had a lot of the very similar issues. Like I was always worried about money since I like became like 18 and obviously had to start working and spiraled, and then I was worried about running out of money. I think it's just simply about first like coping, like handling your problem in a like in the best way you can. And also just finding an outlet so you can, maybe you're not feeling good, but you can work on something. You can see it developing, see it getting better, and it's like something where you can generally see the progress. That I feel like that helps. What do you reckon?
I don't know how to answer loaded question. I don't know if loaded is the right thing to use in that term, but it's literally you're handing me a double bar of chocolate and asking me to solve the puzzle, and I can't, because everyone's mental health is different to each other. Like Ash has different struggles to me. Like the example I will give, and I hope Ash is okay with this. He's not even edit it out. But like when I was coming on the train yesterday or Tuesday,
Yeah.
Ash was very anxious. And then you look at me and you think, oh, he's not anxious. You look at him, he's jolly. He's ready to get off the train. He's ready to go. And just when I was getting off the train, like I was a bit anxious, but like you could see Ash where he was like, yeah, oh, and I was like, oh, how's your you fucking grand? It's, mate, you look shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you leave me alone. Because I dress like a hippie or a faggot. Same thing. Like I'm also wearing pink track top. So
Yeah.
I'm distinctly noticed in a public, whereas Ash can fit right in with the record. I can't. They immediately, like if I'm in Vietnam, I'll be easily spotted. I'm like Peter Griffin in that one Family Guy gag, where he's the clown and everyone else is in the army. It's, you people won't be spotted, but like you people will be spotted, but I won't be, and he's just a clown. That's how I describe myself.
Keep going. Keep going.
But,
Get to the point here.
and just figure out your own. You have to figure out your own struggle, because I can't tell you how to deal with it. Like if you go, I'm dealing with A, B, and C. I can go, all right, here's some advice, but my only advice is go to a doctor, talk to someone who could help you.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't work, then maybe get a notepad, write down the things that you struggle with, or write down something you want to achieve for the week, and then when you achieve that, you buy yourself a chocolate bar and
Yeah,
reward
exactly.
yourself.
Like reward yourself for doing things. Try to replace all the like negative reinforcement. Try to replace with positive things. If you think that if you get all bogged down about how all like small things, the big things are hard, the second you do a big or a small thing, fucking maybe not treat yourself, because that maybe unhealthy, but at least reward yourself in some sense, because when you're depressed, you don't really cherish the small things. So trying to make it a sort of like, yeah, I did good, that feels good, and it probably, I don't know, I think it's just, I describe it as building confidence. Really, it helps you build yourself back up, and it is hard, and there will be times where you feel like shit and it'll be awful, but we all want to be better. We want to be a better version of ourselves. So ultimately, you got to just try the best with the circumstances you got.
Yeah, you've just got to try and take it one by one.
Yeah.
And if you can't, well, I recommend either a doctor or figure out medication, or, well, obviously you can't do some medication, but you need a doctor to try. But don't get something to numb the pain. Try and get something to help the pain.
Yeah.
Because that's how people get addicted to the cocaine.
Or food. Also,
or
the
booze.
most fucking accessible one.
Yeah.
So I think we down bad. Yeah, I think that's enough. I hope someone takes something from that. It's just our experiences. It's not like the best way. It's not. We're not describing it to that, but hopefully that helped. What advice can you? Have you ever wanted to go swimming in Australia? No.
No, I have someone who lives out in Australia. I'm not going out to Australia. Have you seen the book? I'll get hungry and start eating one of them guys, and then they'll come out of my stomach. They'll burst out of my stomach.
That's some nightmare fuel. Australia seems a cool place. Never planned to go 'cause it's such a long flight. Shit, but
It's
nah.
expensive as well.
Yeah, exactly. But there we are. I don't know. There's a lot of these sorts of questions, which I'm sure would be more fun to someone else, but to us, it's kind of like, okay. I prefer the other questions you guys have. Um, will you be? Has Piggy ever used contact lenses?
Have I ever used contact?
Yes, it's for you.
No, I used to wear glasses when I was 12. I could probably find a photo of me wearing glasses when I was 12.
From the ones I've seen, it's the old Harry Potter ones where it's like, wee.
Funny story, that we used to have to sellotape my glasses because I used to fight them, and I used to fight glass. I used to fight a lot. How to lend out your anger and something. So I used to fight my glasses. At one point the lens just started falling out. Oh, like them cinema glasses.
Yeah, yeah.
To do that with my glasses. I had glasses. About, no, I had them from when I was like 8 or 9 to about I was 12, and then they just went, yeah, you can't see 3D films, but you can go to the cinema.
Huh.
And so I do struggle.
It's alright. 3D doesn't fucking matter anymore anyway.
So it's like I can perfectly see, but when it's something right in front of me, I struggle a little. But like if I'm on my phone, I'm not obviously going like,
Yeah.
John. I can see on my phone, but just I'm looking directly at a camera, like looking at the camera.
Yeah.
I
And
struggle a little bit.
as far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty sure I've got 20/20 vision. Got no issues with my sight. Were you making another channel to post shorts, or maybe something related? Closest we got is One More Match, which was Piggy's channel originally, and it's now done to our wrestling channel. That's the only other place we're really doing content. I used to stream occasionally on my Twitch channel, but no, it's just if we had more of a team, like if we had some people who were just there to work on shorts, I'm sure it would be more doable. But like ultimately, we're already stretching ourselves pretty thin with what we are doing, so it's kind of like in terms of the priorities, what we've been doing has been working, so may as well. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yep.
How many times you failed to sleep because of all the hard work? I mean, I don't know why there's so much blazing about all the hard work we do. Like, we do work pretty hard, you know?
Right.
But we are still making videos from the comfort of our own fucking home, talking about EastEnders that we're watching anyway. Like,
And I don't want to shit on Ash, but like Ash is not making fucking Oppenheimer
like
in his bedroom.
the most, I'd say the best edited video I did was the tier list, and everybody liked it, and I got a lot of praise for it, and it felt good. But that was one video for every about 400 we do otherwise. So yeah, it was kind of I think at the time I was obviously like down. I was like playing it up a bit more that I was going to start doing this more often, but ultimately for what we do, it doesn't really require that like big dose of editing. But I don't think I've ever lost sleep.
Like if we had to do every EastEnders film in France, obviously that would take time.
Yeah.
You'd have to take research.
Exactly.
We can't do that with just 2 people. You know, well, Ash can with me and go, look, research all of this, maybe try, but I'm not going to really understand it. I'm going to be very confused. So unless we had someone like Talking Walford or someone who could help us, there's not much we can really edit, because why do you want like camera shot right to the face like this, me looking at Ash like that, very like that, and then a cut to Ash where he's looking very dramatic like that, and then cut back to me, then cut back to Ash, back to me. Like it doesn't you get out of it.
It's just for what we do. It's not really.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Shit.
Fuck me! He's spilt everything. All right, we've returned. The village has been clean.
I've been smacked, and I'll not do that again, but I will have.
But yeah, essentially, like I do. It is nice that everybody kind of thinks that we're like, we do. I feel like we do a lot for what we can manage. Like, and I do appreciate everybody being like, oh, you guys work so hard, like the super long editing. It's just like I don't feel like if I was doing stuff like the tier list like every week, I feel like I'd then be like, yeah, give me my fucking break. But like I've not done like that for like a couple. So
I don't want John Hatt. I honestly don't. But like you guys are taking it a bit too serious what he does. He literally just fades in and fades out.
yeah,
He's not popping Mark like when we were specifically talking about Mark Howell. He's not popping like James Alexander or James Boy up on the team. He's literally just fading in, fading out.
pretty much.
And like I don't want to say fool dollars, but if you think that's some hard shit, then just watch the tier list.
Piggy will now be editing all the videos, and we'll see how fucking hard it is.
I'm fucking not, Alex. Fucking not.
New PC on the way with an edit.
Is there a third question? That one?
No, that's it for the first question. So I suppose thank you again to Ankles for those comments. We appreciate it. And I hope we answered your questions well enough. Next by Nita Richards. Are you able to hula dance? I mean, I'm sure I could try, but
Fun fact: I was going to buy a hula for this, but actually they bring back the plane.
yeah, I'm not fucking taking. I'm not a hula hoop. What software do you use to extract information from the BBC? I like this question because it sounds like we're a fucking spy. Oh yeah, how do I get your information?
The uncle worked for the BBC.
Just fucking read it when it comes out. Have you ever tried Jaffa cakes?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty good. Like them.
Love them.
Enjoy the orange. I don't think people. It's like they made different like flavor Jaffa cake, but I feel like Jaffa cake has the orange. It feels wrong.
I like the mint flavor or the lemon flavor, whichever one it is. I pretty much tried that. I went up for Tesco, got them in Ireland. I went up to M&S, got them from M&S. Cost me about £60.
£7 per Jaffa cake.
They're counting them. They're taking them out and going 1, 2, 3, 4. That's supposed to count. But like then I went to Tesco's. I tried them. They have like raspberry flavor as well, which I haven't tried. But it's either orange or lemon. I go to.
Yeah, I think it's just orange. Feels like you don't need to change it. Have you tried pumpkin cheese? That doesn't sound like it's real.
Can you Google it?
No.
I can't say I have.
Have you ever experienced a ghost experience? Have you ever had a ghost experience? Have you?
Multiple times. Fun fact: in the old house in Ireland, my dad used to tell me the story, and I'll just for our perspective, see that wall there. So in my old house, there used to be in one of the bedrooms, back room, and not back the back room, had this man in a corner, in all black, who just stand there like that. You do nothing, you just stand there. And then when my granddad died, he just disappeared. But for me, I've heard God talk to me. Says your mother will get married in 10 years, something like that. Big deep voice. Also had ghosts move stuff around my old house. Up on the hill, the ghosts used to move stuff around. The lights flicker. My dad tells me that they used to put the sugar up in the cupboard, and then they come down the next door and the sugar's gone out of the cupboard. It's down on the counter.
Just someone having a midnight snack.
Um.
Yeah, I've never had any ghost experiences. I don't really know if they exist personally. Never had them. It's always it's just with the old serious autism brain where it's like ghosts can't really be explained by fact and logic. Don't really think they exist. But if you've had any and you want to share them, go ahead.
I'll make a video.
But yeah, never had any personally. It's always people get scared of ghosts. I don't know. You just get it explained away personally, but if I do, I'll make sure to tell it on the podcast. What do you think is the best food in the world? I mean, I'm like a burger or a pizza man, but I don't know if this is just what's your favorite food or like where. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, pizza, burger, don't really mind taste if I'm like getting food in. No. Don't really get Chinese, don't really get Indian.
Mine is obviously from my local. And this probably shocks me, but I don't give. My local Chinese jumbo. They know me. I walk in. They go, "How's it going, Piggy? How's it going?" Usual, yeah. Spice bag with extra chicken, €3 top up. Thank you. That's probably one of my favorites. Yeah, I used to get it like every once a week. Not every time. But like that's probably why I have a fatty liver because they wouldn't stop. They fucking fill it up. Um, so yeah, they used to fill it up. But like a lasagna or pizza, if normal. Like I always joke to Ash when I come up, lasagna. Be fun, wouldn't it, to make a lasagna.
I can make a good lasagna. Say that. But
He's gonna keep teaching me that you can make a good lasagna, and then the day I try it, it's gonna be like with me hyped up that SummerSlam 06 is gonna be great. And
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not. It's just I probably would eat more like different types of food, but the area I live in, pretty fucking. You can get anything for a Chinese or a chippy or like a burger or a pizza restaurant. That's it. Like, there's not really too much. Speaking like shower or bath, a bit personal, like.
neither. There you go. You're on question 4.
Yeah. Are you cousins? No, we're not related whatsoever.
Shut up, Ash. We are.
Uh,
We
no
are.
relation. I mean, I don't know if this question's asked anywhere else, like how do we meet or whatever, but I guess we'll just use it for this, and if you get it later on. We met because for a long period of time, I would stream on Twitch and I'd play, childhood classics and hit run. I would speed run it, and pretty much how I met most of my friends online by streaming that game and then becoming friends.
Yeah, that's mainly it. And then like we used to watch wrestling together, and I'd be doing 9, 15-year-old. Then we got another 9, 15-year-old that had a profile picture, and then we had Declan, who used to just like, guys, you don't understand. Like Slipknot is the greatest thing of Slipknot, System of a Down is like the greatest band ever. I don't like any mashups. I don't like this music. Why are you playing this music? And I wanted to be the one that banned him, but Ashton Frank for and I was still sad to this day. But yeah, just met online. That's all we did. We met online, and I went, "Give me your Discord." And we started each other's Discord. I disappeared in 2020, hanging with a guy called Smokey Joe Gaming. And I'll never forget, we were watching Dublin or Nothing, me, Smokey Joe Gaming. And he goes, if Nyla Rose is in real like sports, I just don't understand why she'd be there. And I was still confused by that. I had no idea like what Nyla Rose was. And then
Tran.
yeah, they're trans now. I know that. And I was just confused for the longest time. So I'd be sitting there, just like sat here, just like, what does he mean by that question?
Yeah, just the point going over your head.
Yeah. And then I came back to Ash because Smokey Joe stopped streaming.
Yeah. So that's like I said, that's how I met most of my friends. My best mate Courtney met online. Later met online. I mean, it's a cool place. Find cool people after, eventually. But yeah. I just watched the video after. I didn't actually say the name of the last 2 people. That's a neat, Gab Gerard. Watch the video after basketball practice. I have different questions for you. Why does Piggy like St. Patrick's Day? Irish.
Thank you.
Irish. Is Ash related to Ash from Pokemon? No, but I teased that. I joke that I was named Ash after because one of the family friends would call me Little Pikachu. I was like really premature and small, and like, oh, is that Little Pikachu? And they were northern. That Little Pikachu. I was supposed to be called Ben or Benjamin.
Your favorite brand will be Greg Benjamin. But like, I don't want to break this to you. Whatever your name is. Midnight Riders. I don't want to break it to you, but Ash from Pokemon is not real.
Hey, I mean, he is. He still is to me. I'm still getting his newsletter. You both excited for Easter? Not really. Easter's normal.
Easter's gone, pal. I don't know if you know this. Easter's gone. I guess
I didn't even get any eggs. The issue.
I got a chocolate cake. my dad would take the top of the carrot and eat. What are you doing? I want top of the carrot. But yeah, I was a lucky cake. We went to buy an Easter egg, but it was also then we went to the corner shop, got some Fanta Peach, love Fanta Peach. And there was like 2 Easter eggs, but they look. You know, like that guy from the Goonies. I think it's the Goonies with the weird, like face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the Easter egg looked like to me. The box was broken and everything.
Sound.
I think, oh,
Make a story video how you met each other. We just went through it really. I was streaming Simpsons Hit and Run. I was speed running it, and Piggy came with the chat. We started watching wrestling together, and it's been 5 years,
yeah, 5 years, 2019.
roughly. So there we are. When can I find you both working in Starbucks? Probably, hopefully never, mate. Honestly, hopefully never. What country are you from?
Arden.
Will you make more videos?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, no, actually, thanks to your comment, we're actually going to retire now.
This is the final video you'll ever see. It's from Alicia Sleepy. This is why I'm subscribed to the channel. It has heart and soul. A few questions for your video. You're planning to do challenge-themed videos together. Maybe you can eat those bad jelly beans. I don't think we'll necessarily go to challenge stuff. I think if we ever do that sort of stuff, we'll likely do some charity stream. And that's when we'll do that sort of stuff. But for like, I don't know, it's just there's not necessarily a really big place to do it, in my opinion. So probably no charity videos.
There probably won't be any, unless charity videos probably won't be, oh, how many sweets can you eat in 1 minute, and or stuff like that. So like, no, there won't be any challenge videos. I'm sorry to break your heart, whoever said that. I'm not good with names. Sorry, I apologize. And I will, for you, I will drink tea. That's all I'll.
That is a challenge because you haven't seen how he makes it. We start making shorts. I want them, as we said before. It's like, I'm sure, like it is a good idea, and I'll continue to say that. And at some point, I assume if we ever do make shorts, it'll probably be too late, anyways. Like, be like, oh, you're making shorts now. They haven't been popular in years. You fucking melt. But ultimately, like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think we just work on keep doing our fairly long form content and going from there. Is there a meet and greet for the team you're a part of?
What team?
Yeah, we're not a part of a team. We are the team. And
I will say this till the end of the day. Unless we become somewhat popular, we are never going to be a part of a team. I do not want a company go, "Hey, can you maybe tone down on the F words and all of that?" Eventually, like the machinima is still around. We're not signing it. I know they're dead. But the horror
I
stories.
mean, I'd happily sign like a network or something, but ultimately, as of right now, we are fully independent, and I wouldn't mind like adding people to the project, but ultimately it would be a bit of a fucking struggle as I'm a bit of a control freak and I like to know exactly what's going on. So yeah, it's no team. How do we become a third person on your videos? I mean, we're at a point where I think we're only really just starting to get good ourselves. And the difference between working with each other and different people is obviously we've known each other for years and doing this for over a year now. So pretty much we know exactly what each other, like where we're going to go, what to say. So it's just one of those things where it's a lot easier to organize when it's just us because pretty routinely have it down. But I suppose the closest people get, and the closest people get is obviously if you talk in the Discord, we'll probably bring up some points that we talked about in Discord on the podcast. But as of now, it's just us, and I don't really think there's any plans to change it.
No.
I know some people are like, oh yeah, but it'll be really cool, and it's like, you know, if someone makes their own channel and starts making their own videos, I'd be happy to like collaborate with them and help them. But
it's just I'm not saying you're going to be disappointed, but you are going to be disappointed because like it's me and Ash. We're not the most dynamic. Like we're the dynamic duo together, or duo as I say. Duo. But like we are not like you hype us, well, mainly Ash. You hype us up though, mainly Ash, to like this big thing that we're this big people. We're not. We're just too shy. Well, I'm not really shy. I speak very loud. Two quiet people, and it's
Yeah.
like if we add a third person, it's the fact that Ash knows I'm the wild card, and he's just the front man. I'm an out the front. Like if he plays guitar, I play drums,
Yeah, exactly.
and no one likes the drummer, of course.
And it's just we both work because of our dynamic. So adding another dynamic in there, like, I know it may not be the answer people want, but look, it's easier this way, essentially. Like you don't want us to get like fucked over by someone who's supposed to come on, but they're busy, so we have to rearrange. Like, it's just a lot easier because we all know exactly where we stand. Here's my questions, buddy. This is from Tag Competition Fan P3696. Is there ever gonna be a video where you both vlogs? Probably not really. I don't. I feel like for vlog you actually need to do things, and we don't do.
This might sound weird. I don't know if I agree with this. You need a life to actually do vlogs, and uh, like sorry, I'm gonna get up here. But literally, what's Ash gonna do? Oh, it's time to sit down in the chair. Hello, fellow watchers and enjoy. Like that's literally all he mainly does for the day. Oh boy, you're gonna show him cooking with his brothers. Like, come here, brother. Like, what am I gonna do? Get in out of bed, show you what I do, eat and sleep, and then just half 12. Oh, you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Record.
Yeah, like I might experiment with some other sorts of videos. Like I'm still thinking of doing the video where I try to get myself back into Coronation Street or something like reigniting the passion or whatever. And there would be some slightly more interesting camera shots for it, making more of a documentary style thing. But yeah, it's just we don't do anything interesting enough to vlog. I feel like if we vlogged, people would quickly realize how formulaic and fucking like samey our days are. So yeah. Can you make a series based on you versus Piggy trying to grow a YouTube channel in a week? The loser has to do the others for dare. I like the idea, but no.
I give up me. I can't edit.
As someone who's made multiple YouTube channels, it's pretty hard to. I suppose, like I said, it would be a good task if we had someone else managing all the other shit. Like if we had like fucking content team doing all the Watching Walford stuff for us. But since I have to do all of this stuff, it's I couldn't genuinely dedicate a week to doing stuff. So ultimately, no. Sorry, boys. We can both do a fun event. We invite us into Discord and ask questions. You want a quiz night?
What?
See, the issue is I'm not a quiz person. I don't like quizzes.
We'll invite you in and take a who.
I don't like quizzes personally. If someone wants to like become the quiz master, someone wants to like make their own quiz, we'll host it and fucking you can be involved. Fine by me, we can do that. We can make a nice evening out of it at some point, but it's not something I ever personally enjoy or do. But if, like I said, if someone wants to make a quiz, someone wants us to do a quiz, we can do it. Fine by me. But it's not something we're going to do on our own, like fruition. You thinking about retirement at the ripe old age 23?
And 20.
I'm retiring tomorrow. No. I don't even know if I'm making it to retirement age. Sounds a bit depressing when I say it like that, but you know.
I like as my dad calls me a fat fuck. Like my dad says, "Oh, you know, eating unhealthy is gonna kill you." Well, father, would you rather wake up and see me with a shotgun in my head, or just laid out like from a heart attack? Like I'm probably gonna die of a heart attack, but when I'm 35, so I can't wait for that when I actually turn 35 and actually have a heart attack. That's actually gonna pop in you. Ash making that video. He's had a heart attack, and he immediately dies after.
That sounds classic.
Classic.
I'm not sure what the fuck that response is, but sure. The smelliest animal.
Skunk.
How much do
Your
you
mother.
want before Christmas? Goddamn. How much do you want before Christmas? I don't know what the context is.
Subscribers 1,000.
Yeah,
But it's-
1,000 really.
We're not going to reach it, but we might. We're on 5.
We're nearly at 600 now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's 1,000. I guess that's the next goal. That's the next milestone, in my opinion. All right, thank you for all the questions. Kiko Socks, I appreciate you two very much. Will you ever make merchandise for your channel? We thought about it, and I don't think there's enough to do it. It feels like there needs to be enough interest. I don't feel like there's enough interest. We all do it like if the channel grows dramatically, I'm sure we could I've always wanted to get some stuff commissioned, or always wanted to get some dumb ideas done. I always like to say this. I always joke about, imagine there being some plushy dolls of fictionalized EastEnders characters. Imagine a fucking
Nondescript bald man.
nondescript bald man that's just a big fathead Phil Mitchell. That sounds fun.
Or a puppet nondescript bald man.
But yeah, like I said, eventually I'm sure we will, but I think before that time we'll also need a cheeky little rebrand of the channel and make it a bit more clean and slick rather than the very basic logo I made about 2 years ago, 1 year ago. So eventually, yes, but I'm sure there will be some watching Walford stuff because we know our audience, know the audience. Will you host a fan gathering event where we can all have a drink together? Like I said, if there's the volume of people, I still struggle to believe that half our comments aren't bots at this point. Being consistent, we've been consistent people commenting on stuff, but a part of me occasionally does think we are still just getting botted comments. So, like I said, if it's we're gonna do a fucking meetup, and it's one person showed up, Sam.
Plus, I don't know if you know this. We're not good with crowds.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Is that all the questions that Kiko had?
No. When is the new game being released about little men wearing space pants? Is Piggy your real name?
I mean, I did say my real name in one video but I don't know if that actually got released. But Piggy is my legal name. It's weird because you think I'd actually have my shoot name in it, but I don't. So I don't have my real name in it. I go by Piggy, because everyone in school used to call me Fat, so I just by Piggy. I remember when I messaged Talking Walford, because I was fat, Talking Walford, and Ash went, no, and how's it going with Talking Walford? I was just wondering this about that. It's alright, Piggy, don't want to call you Piggy, but
yeah.
That's my answer. No, Piggy's not my real name. But if you want to believe it is.
Exactly. There we are. Have you ever felt burnout? I don't know what the next one means, so
I'll just show you my hand. There you go.
Have you ever felt burnout from making content? I mean, yeah. Christmas was a very long fucking. When we decided to do Walford on tap for a month straight, that was a fucking hell of a tackle. When we were getting all of the Christmas stuff done, that was a big fucking challenge. I definitely feel burnout, and it's why occasionally we decide to just take weeks off because, it's easy to get caught up, and it's easy to not be. I don't know. I feel like it can be easy to just do it as if it's a part of the routine and not actually put much thought into doing it, and that's when you generally need a bit of a break. For the first time, we got a comment which kind of went, guys, it's a bit fucking. Essentially, a comment that kind of went, it's a bit out of touch, lads. The stuff you're talking about, a bit maybe not the way to address it. You know what? Fair enough. Maybe we have been a bit shaded in a sense.
But the only thing I will say to that is the only reason why that comment felt so left field to me was because no one told us. Everyone just went, oh yeah, great podcast. No one actually went, can you tone it down? I think it was like it's like when you're fighting your brother and then your mother walked in. Now, Ashley, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? And it's like, oh no.
Yeah, it's a kind of like realization dawned where it's like, okay, maybe we need to, like tone back something, like
The-
just actually pay full attention to what we're doing and make sure we're not just like fucking, oh, I'd like fifth video of the day to record. Let's just do some shit, We are dealing with serious topics. It's good to fucking remind ourselves that this is serious and some people will be affected by it. So, but burnout, yeah, burnout. I was very burnt out after doing the tier list and the last Q&A, which is why I've not edited anything else even remotely like it, because, oh boy, that was a hefty project. And just generally, when I was doing the previous channel, Easy Entertained, I was putting like 40, 50 hours work of editing into things, and that kind of burnt me out for editing for a very long time. And I'm still not even fully recovered from that. So, yeah, there is burnout, but I think, and we definitely felt around the Christmas time because we're just like, oh, let's talk about the EastEnders, and it's like, we don't want to talk about the EastEnders. Like, this maybe, it was especially apparent at the start of January, where it's like, oh, talk about the EastEnders, and then there was just no like joy because we're so run into the ground.
Like obviously, Wolf and Half will return, but it probably won't be until November of this year. The end of November of this year, I want to say, because we can only do so much time with it, and so much with it, and then it dives into the podcast. What can we talk about on the podcast? I know we do come up with weird topics like, are aliens real? Did Elvis become a gardener? Like, so like there is topics we do talk about that are out of left field, but no one wants to see a full podcast of us not talking about extended. That's what you came here for. For again, if you wanted a podcast about us shooting the shit, we can do it. No extenders. But again, we have felt burnout. It's just because when you're doing something and it's just like, oh, EastEnders, 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 EastEnders. Oh,
I think it's like the idea of no matter how much you may be enjoying something, beyond a certain point, it may start to feel like a chore, and it's about making it not feel like a chore. Like a while back, it was like, oh, bloody, I've got to watch all 4 EastEnders on like or 3 EastEnders Wednesday night. And I'd fucking like feel like can't bother, man. But when I started to just watch it when I felt like it then immediately became a lot more enjoyable because I then actually like, oh, that's fucking cool, and it kind of it had restored, I guess. So yeah, we felt burnout, but we pretty much have a pretty good way of trying to avoid it. Yeah. Will you make your videos more decorative with cute stickers or effects? Like I said, it's with the content we do, it's not really worth the. Well, in my opinion, it's not really worth the extra effort. Like, I could, and I'm sure it would be a lot more stylized, a lot more fun, but ultimately, we pump out so many videos that it'd be hard to put all this extra effort onto everything. So yeah,